Hi, it's Melissa at Messy Missy Creates. Just wanted to show you the bunnies one more time. Well, it's not going to be one more time. It's going to be several more times. I'll show you. Look at these bunnies as many times as I can this month. Let's see. I am just working on some backgrounds. I had already done this video once, but I'm going to do it again because I need some backgrounds and, well, why not, right? So I'm using my Distress Inks. That one is very juicy. It leaks all over the place. It's my Salvage Patina, and that is Saltwater Taffy. Those are some of my favorites. When they come out with a new, some of them are bigger than small. Yeah, some of them are bigger than these. When they come out with a new color, they only make them in the big, I think that's a 3-inch size or something like that. They only make them in the big ones until every 4th color, and then they make them in the cubes, if you didn't know that. Anyway, I have several more to play with. And actually, I think I'm going to get this Cracked Pistachio out. That's more of an Eastery color. And I had, let's see, Spice Marmalade and, where's my other ones? This is one of my favorites, Ripe Persimmon, although it got a little dark on me this time when I did it before, but that's Worn Lipstick and Kitsch Flamingo. So, anyhow, I'm just going to be playing with some combination. I'm obviously not going to use all of them on one page, although it's tempting. And let's see. Yeah, I don't, excuse me. I think that's it. I love Abandoned Coral, but I think it's too dark. And let's see. It might not be. Well, we'll see. We shall see. I had used these Crushed Olive and Peeled Paint. I think it was Crushed Olive. Anyway, one of them came out pretty dark, but it's sort of the shade of some of the colors I used this month. Using this clear Dollar Tree cutting mat. I think that's where I got it. It's kind of got a matte, a frosted finish on one side and a shiny. Anyway, I tend to put my inks here and then use a piece of plastic. Rather than putting it on the plastic, it beads up differently than when you put it on a smooth silicone surface. If you didn't know that, I'll show you the difference. This one is going to be simple because I already started. Well, no, let me rephrase that. I did this side and it bled to this side. So I don't think I'm gonna add anything to this side. I'm just trying to mimic what I did on that side. So it is this Messy Salvage Patina. Okay. And it is messy. Messy, messy, like me. I'm gonna do them one at a time. I've got my little spray bottle here. And obviously, the more water you put on, the lighter it can go. The more diluted. That was the word I'm looking for. Diluted. Let's see. I know there's a little bit of a glare right there. Well, I just made it worse. Anyway, so if I just pick it up like this, then I just have little dots. I'm going to move this to the side a little bit. And I do have my parchment paper under the paper I'm working on. Now, it's not going to keep it from bleeding through to the opposite side of the page, but it will keep it from going any further than that. It will keep it from going on to the next page. So I just kind of, rather than, I just tend to do that. Rather than getting a solid coat on it, I like the little dibbles it gives. I'm going to pick up some more. I've got my mat off to my side. I might do a couple little light speckles, but see how it's just kind of like a, I want to say it's like a kiss technique or something like that. I don't want to put too much on this because I've already used that side. So let's see, I have, oh, there was apparently glue on that piece of, yeah, that's still glue-ish. Here's another one. Okay. I think that's the one, yeah, that's the one I was using last time anyway. Anyway, I'm going to do a little and then let it dry. And then do a little more and let it dry. Let's see. I still have this on my page, so I'm going to do some on the back. It will go through, but it won't be quite as vibrant. It'll look a little muted. So that's okay. While we have that page wet, we might as well, you know, might as well make it. Well, anyway, I didn't know how to finish that sentence, so I just decided to hush. All right, so I'm going to use some of my little index cards I was playing with just to pick up the rest. That already had, I don't know, either Kitsch Flamingo or Saltwater Taffy on it. And then I'm going to just wipe her off. And I will still, look at this, isn't this pretty? These are those Viva paper towels, and you can use them over and over and over. And then they're so absorbent and they're stretchy a little bit. And they're more like paper cloths than paper towels. And I can use one over and over and over. I don't feel like I'm wasting so much. And when you get done, it makes a fabulous, wow, words are escaping me today. Makes good collage. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. So, I want to show you the difference real quick. You saw that go down with the blue. And see the difference with this one. It's a subtle difference. And then you got to do like that to get that that square. If you don't mix it up a little bit, you're going to actually see those squares on your page. So I'm going to actually transfer it back onto here because I want to be able to kind of control where it goes. You know what I mean? I don't want it a running pool. I just want dots and little blobs. Just little bits. Now, I think for this page, just making sure I don't get that too wet. And when you get down to the end, if you want to, I'll be right back. Had to go answer my door. Somebody was knocking at my door wanting some tomato plants. So, all right, anyway, what I was saying is when you get down to that last little bit, you can just kind of, you know, do like that. But I just like how that, I get more control over where it goes. I get a more even distribution if I want it. But, let's see. Alrighty. Some of that dried. I wouldn't gone that long. Well, I guess that got sticky too. Well, my goodness. Okay, but you can see that pink is very faint. I think it was, well, I obviously just used that. I'm going to use a little bit of the Warm Lipstick. And I think, yeah, oh, that figures. I might have to reprint some of these. These are my colors for today. So I guess I should put some green and some, let's not worry about the pink. Let's do some of this. We're going to just make it Easter eggs from here on out. I would be perfectly okay with that. These are my favorite. This is my favorite time of the year, and these are my favorite color combinations until it gets to be fall, and then that's my favorite. So I am good with whatever season is there. All right, so I've got a less diluted concentration on this one. I'm not gonna, I just kind of want a hint of green. I'll get another, pick up a little bit more. And let's see, I've still got some more on my thing here. But see how they don't mix, when you do it like this, they don't really mix. They just, I'll flip that over and just dot ever so slightly. There. If you're like me and you like more control over where your color goes, I think that's 3 times I've said control, so maybe somebody has control issues. I don't know who that would be. I just don't know. I like to be able to know where I'm putting my color. All right, might as well go ahead and add some yellow while we're here. I can either use green on green or green and yellow, so I guess I might as well. But I don't know if you can tell how much better this beads up, inks up on this silicone or whatever it is, rather than this thin plastic. But I can, in person, I can tell. And I definitely just want a hint of that. Well, and it looks very dark in the camera, I'm sure. It looks really dark until you get it, you know, the water's going to absorb out of it. All right, let me make sure. Yeah, I'm starting to run into my other page here. Anyway, I think we have sufficiently Easter egged that. And now I'm just picking that up with this index card. And I'll do the same for the rest of the yellow over here. And then you have a fun, I like to just, when I'm bored or when I don't know what else to do or whatever, I just, you know, I like to just have a little index card fun sometimes. And, wow, what did I do there? I don't know. Got carried away with my green, I reckon. And they are water reactive, so they'll reactivate. Like these reactivated a little bit. So, unless I think if you heat set them, they won't. So if you use your heat gun to dry them, I think, don't quote me on that, I think they will, yeah. So we're gonna let that dry a little bit. And the problem with doing this way, and it, okay, I don't have glue right there, is if you want a different color combination, oh look, only the blue and green showed through on that. So isn't that interesting? That pink, I had it pretty diluted, so it's not very dominant on there. Mostly seeing blue and green, which is fine. So you kind of either have to keep going with it, because you're always going to, because I did not glue my pages together. This is, you know, one of the perils of that. It's not really, it's not going to bother me if all of the pages have a little bit of pink and turquoise and green and yellow. I mean, I'm going to actually add a little bit of orange just for something different. because I have it out. That one's pretty dark, so I'm gonna dilute it down pretty good. And let's see. I don't want a lot. I haven't looked ahead at, okay, yeah, so this day is pink. It has, I have a pink number for it. And blue. So, and then I just went and added orange. But that's okay. I'm going to add a hint of orange to this one. And it may or may not go through. I don't know. We'll see. If it does, it does. Let's see. Might as well add some to the back here. So I'm just doing, you know, I try to do like several days at a time. If I can. Let's see. And also because I did not let the other dry well enough, they're going to blend together a little bit. So it's all right. We'll just get a variety. It'll look like a little speckled egg. There. There. But yeah, I'm good with that. I like just the little speckled look. And then my number will go up here or wherever I put it, and that'll be that. Probably should let this dry. And I'm gonna get, let's see, what is this one? 8. I need blue for this one. I have a whole stack of index cards. I got these at the Dollar Tree. It's a huge 250 of them. So I just pick up the excess. You hear my stool squeaking. I went from a wood stool that creaked to, I got at my little art table, I have a metal little shorter stool, and it was a little bit easier for me to, it's a little easier for me to, you know, access the table. It was a better height. And anyway, but it creaks, or it squeaks. The wooden one creaked. There we go. See, it just puts a little bit of color on it at a time. And then I'll wipe off my excess if I had any left on there. And I think I want to switch back to blue. Probably should get a clean, let me grab a clean parchment paper. I reuse them and reuse them until, you know, until they're just, let's see, that's the 9th. The 9th is yellow. The 8th is blue. So I want to add some blue. And again, I probably should let these dry. Ooh, I wear that one every time I touch it. And I could clean off the rim of it, but it is just going to get that way again. So I'll just leave it. Alrighty. I got a lot of water on that one. I probably did overkill on that. I'm gonna get another sheet. That way it doesn't go through more than one page. in either direction. There. Those look good together. It's creaking extra because I'm twisting. I'm swinging to the right when I'm reaching for my ink. There. And if they match, they match. If they don't, they don't. By the time I get done with getting all my stuff on it, then it will look, you know, it'll all blend together and you can't tell. It's just background, and then I can still add my markers and everything else. So, let's see, what did I say the 9th was? 9th is yellow. I'll go ahead and put a little bit of this on there because it's already partly that color. And then I'm going to pick some more of that up. And I think I got most of it. I gotta quit blobbing just in the center. Alrighty. Oh look, this the ink is running on that one. I hadn't seen that before. It's kind of like that Walmart yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna do this one or not. I think I'm just gonna do this page. And gonna do, what did I say it was? Blue. And then I think I put, that I think is orange, but I'm not gonna do orange, I'm gonna do yellow. Just a little bit. Well, it's a smaller square, so. But I come in and I have fun. It's something to do when you just kind of just want a little bit of creativity without, you know, having to really get out a lot of supplies and really think about, you don't have to plan it out, or it's just kind of random fun. So, hope I'm in frame. Now, if I had let those actually dry, see that's looking more green than anything. If I had actually let all of that completely dry, then you would definitely be able to see a separation between the yellow and the blue. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna stop the video for a little bit and let all of this dry, because we're really just running our colors together at this point, and that was not my intention. So normally I would just take the heat gun out, and I can do that. Don't really want to do that in your ear though. So I will probably either stop the video or I will try to mute the sound out. that's fairly dry. I like the way that little bit of orange went through. That was cute. That turned out cute there. So you can really see the separation of the colors here. You know, you can see each color. It started getting a little more blurred as we were doing it while it was still real wet. So whereas this was just blue and yellow, you can definitely see it has like a green hint to it. This brighter is that spice marmalade, and it really just showed up yellow. Let's see. So this is 6 and 7. I need some pink on here. Now that I have, I'm gonna actually put the picked raspberries, I think. Oh wait, I have some yellow over here, still waiting to be used on something. And there we go. And some more yellow, little bit. And I really want to wipe it off good. Change them from yellow to pink. I don't want to. All right, so this is going to give us a vibrant pink, whereas the other is kind of a muted pink. So I'm going to be very careful with this one. And I did not get, there we go. Okay, so I've got it over there. Let me get my parchment paper back down here. Because this is about the color that I'm wanting. And it's, I've got a little bit on there. And I'm not looking for perfection. I'm just, you know, I have it. I might as well match it if I can. And let's see. Wipe that off. Sorry about my squeaky chair. And if you get too much on, just dab on a little elsewhere. Or, you know, I just dabbed a little bit back on my mat. My plastic mat over here. All right, so if I hadn't dried it first, then we'd be seeing, you know, more orange tones and probably some mud because of the blue and the yellow. And pink, adding pink on top of that. Let's see. A little bit down here. But, you know, I've had a couple of people ask me how I do my backgrounds, and this is how I do for the most part. Now, in I think it was January and February, I played around a little bit with the daubers. I had gotten those daubers, and I like them. They probably, I can't remember. I have to go back and look at the March. I don't think I used, no, I didn't use them on the March journal. I believe they would go through this single layer more than I want them to. And when you're daubing them on, you can't really control how much ink gets on the page. Now, you could do the same thing that we're doing with the daubers, you know, mark it down on the same plastic and dab it on like this. But I have these inks and I know what they do, so I might as well use them. So, right? Okay, when I hold it down longer, it gets this like blob, right? If I just tap it on like that, it still gets a little bit, but it's just more speckled. This one's fairly dry. I'm gonna just pick up a couple little dots. See how it gets more of that speckled pattern? And also, I don't have quite as much ink on my page either, so. And wanted a little bit on there. And then, actually, let me start a new one. just puts a little bit of speckle on there. That little pink freckles. Okay, see? Now, you know, sometimes I'll sit down and I'm not doing backgrounds on my page. I'm just doing index cards. And I like that because they make good, good tucks and journaling spots and stuff like that. But I want this to dry a good bit. Now that went through there some, which I'm fine with. And that went through on there. Let's see, what are we? 6, 7. And then 8, I really didn't want. Oh, did I didn't put the parchment paper here. I put it there. Good job. 8, I want more blue on this side. And if I don't let that dry, we're really going to look purple. So, plug your ears again for just a second. Let's see, I think this is where we are. All right, I just wanted a little more blue on here. Now, I do have, I'm not going to change blues. I have a darker blue, but I'm just going to keep using this one because this is the color that I want. I want this more aqua. I'm not going to use as much on here this time. Hey, I did it without getting too messy. Okay. Here we go. I think I put too much water on that one this time. But maybe it'll be all right. Oh, maybe I didn't. Okay, good. Some of those big beads on there, and they'll leave a variation of color. So we'll have kind of a, you know, it'll have some depth to it. Oh, Tim Holtz is a color and chemist, color genius and paper genius and ink genius. He really knows his stuff. And I've seen him do this so many times. You know, when you just want, you know, whether it's on a tag or, you know, just a little bit of color here and there. I have never seen him in person, though. I'd love to see him. I've never been able to go to any of the Creativations or anything like that. That would be fun, though. Alrighty. This rag's going to be pretty when I get done with it. It's going to look like one big Easter, tie-dyed Easter shirt. Okay, so that's that page. I don't have much pink on there, but I don't care. And then I think this is, let's see. When I heated up my page, I heated up the numbers off the pages. So that's fine. 6, 7, 8. Oh, this is Easter. So what do we want? I said I wasn't going to care about that page. I was just going to use this. But I'm not sure. So I am... My little egg, my little peep is yellow, so I can do a variety of colors. I might go ahead and do this side. I don't know. Oop, I got a little bit of ink on my parchment paper there. So I'm going to stick this here just in case I do decide to get carried away with it. And sometimes I'll just block this side and then fold this over. But just depends on what look you're going for. So I do want this one to look like an Easter egg, which is going to make that one look like an Easter egg. So they just kind of run into each other, which that's okay. I'm just rotating colors. And, you know, if the colors matter, whether they run together, then I'm going to dry in between, but I'm going to try not to dry in between everyone. Let's see. Okay. Gives us a little bit of green. And then I am going to probably have to dry because I'm probably, well, I could do a little bit more yellow. Oh, heck, I'm going to go ahead and do this other side. Who am I kidding? See how I smushed that down more and it got a little blotchier? And then I'm just going to take those little dots until I can't see them anymore. And then I'm just going to wipe the residue off of it. And maybe this will dry on its own, because that's not that wet. Because I do want to, well, no, I'm going to do a little bit of yellow next, so it won't matter a whole lot. I mean, I want it to stay separate from my green and my blue though, but that yellow is very light. So let's see if I can put it where the green isn't. Can you even see that? Yeah, a little bit. See, that's not even going through. The yellow isn't. Not much. It's just little dots of it. I didn't get it as wet. So, let's see. Pick that up. I didn't put much on there, so. See if I can encourage this to dry at all. Because I do want to switch. I'm going to do some orange and pink next. And I guess I got to do blue on that side. Well, ooh, I can do this. We haven't done this yet. I bet that's going to almost end up kind of like a blue. It's cracked pistachio. Yeah, we haven't done that yet. That color, not that side. Okay. That's a bluish green. Here. And I think that will end up showing up relatively blue. Blue enough that we don't have to get the blue out. Well, that was interesting. A little dot up there. I don't have much color there. Anyway, what do you think of this? It's not a new concept. It's not, you know. It's not new to me anyway. Might be new to you. And if so, I'd love to hear from you. Have you do you ever watch Tim Holtz? He goes live almost every Saturday on the Sizzix channel. I think it's Sizzix. And Stampers Anonymous sometimes. And he does all sorts of, I mean, it's like a 3-hour live. It's not every Saturday, but when it's like a new release or something like that. And he'll give you all kinds of tips and tricks. But he goes live on Instagram too a good bit. Okay, so that's turning out pretty. I almost don't even want to add the orange or pink, but, and I don't have to. But I kind of would like the orange. Dare I while it's wet? No. Or I will end up with mine. Okay, watch your ears for... Well, I like that color. I like the way it looks now. And I don't have to add the orange or pink. But I'm going to. Because I want to. I'm at least going to add the orange. I may not add the pink. But we'll see. So if you didn't, I know you didn't see me doing what I was doing over there, but I'm just doing like this until and I'll blot it off if I have too much on this sheet. And I'm just going to dot it just a little bit. Try not to smear it. I'm trying to do more like dots and not smears. And I don't want a lot of that color. Few little dots left over on that page. Okay. Well, now it just looks like it has chicken pox, doesn't it? All right, so I'm going to blot that ever so slightly. And then I think that one's almost done. Set it to dry. And then that one has a good bit on it too. And you can do it to where, like, if you swipe, you're gonna get, you know, you'll get like, well, obviously you get more color on one end. See how I got it on the edges? And I kind of like that sometimes too. Let's try it again. See how it has that kind of effect to it? It's just fun. I don't know. I think it's fun. I think it's fun. And did you see how it put those little dots from the smear where we were smearing it? It's kind of cool. All the different things you can do. So, but yeah, with that heat gun, buddy, you could just see the lines dry. I mean, you could just see the dots dry right up. Excuse me. My goodness. Okay, I am going to do a little bit of that. I'm not going to do the hot pink, although I do like that. But I like this one too. And then I think we're going to call this good. And let everything dry, and then well, I might go back and add, I need to see how long this video is going to end up being. I might go back and add my numbers. And that may end up blending. It's more of an orangey pink, so it may end up blending in a little bit with that orange, which is fine, because the orange is still a little wet. So that's okay. They're not going to be mad colors. I mean, they're not going to be mad at each other. Let me see if I can place them strategically where I want them. I don't know. Kind of just an art in itself. Okay. All right, so we're gonna let that dry. And then this is the 6th. And I believe, well, the 5th was a Wednesday, so the 6th is... Now, I did not use that shade of green. I used the Twisted Citron instead. That's more like this crushed olive. But I used that in the beginning, see here, and it was just a lot darker than I wanted it to be. So, let's see, what did I say it was? A Thursday. So I have a blue, if I can get a hold of it, I have a blue Thursday. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that down. Get those off my desk. And I know I waste a lot of space up in this corner like that, but I'm okay with that. I don't always have enough to fill up the pages anyway, so it just kind of, I don't know. I can always go back up there and color if I want. See how muted that ended up being? You know, and it looked so dark before, but it really tones down when it dries, and I like that pink. Let's see, so this is, let's see, that was Wednesday the 5th, this is Thursday the 6th, so that means this is Friday the 7th, pink, so I'm going to go pink and blue on that one. I don't think I've had that color combination yet. I'm going to put this a little further up to the top. I don't think I got glue on his underbelly there. Okay. And then this would be Saturday the 8th. So we have options. Let's use the orange one, I think. Let's see, what is the 15th? Yeah, because the 15th would be the following Saturday, and that's orange, so. I'm not planning this out that well. I just happen to be holding it in my hands and looking, so. And this matches this page. So I figured if I used all the colors in them, they would all match, and it wouldn't be, I wouldn't sit here for hours trying to make a decision. Okay, this is Sunday the 9th, so I have, I think, where did it go? It's not really dry enough yet. I'm not going to put it on there yet. But that's what I'm looking at. See my peeps? So whenever it dries, I will put that on there. And I think that orange and pink will end up being, well, you can see the orange, definitely. The pink will be more muted. But this was Easter Sunday, so I'm not going to put it on there just yet anyway until I get ready to do that page, because I'm not sure. I may use this. I'm not sure if I'm going to use it as a flip out or just on the page, or it was, this was that piece that I cut to do my prompt last week, and I didn't use it, so it's already cut to fit the page. So anyway, I'm going to leave you there and just call this one kind of backgrounds and prepping pages. And I like the way that one turned out. Well, I like all of them. Yeah, they're just fun. Last month, I just did this before I bound it in. This month, I didn't have time to do that, and I wanted to kind of do this as we went. So I'm liking doing it like a week at a time. And I don't know. I might just decide to finish out the book on it. But anyway, that is that for now. And I will see you when we do these pages. Bye.